Well, today we have just been taking the nominations for candidates. That finished at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And then we've also, in the last couple of weeks, we've been taking applications for postal voting, whereby when we get the ballot papers, we will be able to post out the votes to people who've applied for them, who are either not going to be here or not going to be available to vote on polling day. My role as Deputy Returning Officer will be to ensure that my presiding officers are able to conduct the election properly and fairly, to make sure that there are no problems, no questions. If the candidates have any questions, then they must come to me. I also have to make sure that, for instance, that members of the public are able to properly access the polling office. During the count, we have a counting officer and we have a number of counting clerks. They will sit around and count the votes. We have to make sure that those tally with the records, so that we've got to have the right number of ballots cast with the numbers that have been given out. So it's quite a complicated reconciliation that we must do, and we must be very careful to make sure that we're able to reconcile the count. When we move to the next stage, we count the numbers for each candidate. Then for each, we've got 2 candidates, so we count all the ones for the first candidate, then the second candidate, and we go through it. And so as you can see, it can take quite a long time. Once we've counted everything, and once we're sure that we have two particular candidates who have been successful, then we are able to notify the candidates who are sitting in the room with their counting agent and their usually members of their family, and then we can, after we've notified them, then we go out and I usually announce the poll from the steps of the Centenary Centre. No, sadly not. I have to take everything up, pack everything up into my car and take it home and take it into the registry the next day with all of the writs and all the packets that have to be made up for the with all the ballot papers, spoiled ballot papers. Everything has to be accounted for. That usually takes me the whole of the next day. And it's only when that's finished have I finished my job. I think it must be at least 20 years. It's a long time anyway.